So, moving on now to Dynamite, who's also decided to announce their newest crossover, and Dynamite is doing another crossover as well. Well, when I say crossover, I mean they're kind of doing what IDW is doing with the Doctor Who Star Trek Next Generation crossover, meaning they're crossing all their titles that don't exist in the same universe into one another. Kind of what Dynamite's kind of doing this with another thing they're doing called Prophecy, which is a 7-part event that is a self-contained story. So, this is going to be called Masks. It's its own self-contained crossover, doesn't tie into any other books. And what it is the Green Hornet, Shadow, the Spider, and Zorro crossover. Yes. First off, may I say that, and by the way, this is not the, for those who are reading the Dynamite comics, this is not the newest Green Hornet with the female Kato. This is the original Kato and Britt Reed Green Hornet. May I say first off that I've always wanted a crossover between the Shadow and Green Hornet. I've always wanted that, so now I'm getting that, along with the Spider and Zorro. Now here's the thing though, Zorro kind of exists in a different, now the Spider, the Shadow, and the Green Hornet Kato exist in a different timeline. Well, they all, Spider, Shadow, and Green Hornet and Kato, they all exist in the same timeline. It's Zorro who's kind of out of time. He was more of an early 18th century character. So my guess is that this Zorro is a new one. He is a new Zorro that lives in the noir universe or something. It's got to be something noirish. I doubt it would have something to do with huge, massive, universal Doom crossover thing. But yeah, this looks really cool. They did have some other concept art of Shadow and Green Hornet working together. Like I said, this is one of the the Shadow and Green Hornet. I'm surprised they didn't cross over sooner. But adding in Zorro and the Shadow Zorro and the Spider are also awesome. Now I haven't read the Spider, but however, my friend the Mount Vernon kid is sending me the first four issues of the Spider. And I know who Zorro is. I don't know about this new Zorro from Dynamite, but anywho, I think this is a really cool idea. Now, the person writing it is Chris Roberson. Now, I've only read a few things from Chris Roberson, the one being I've read a little of his stuff from Vertigo, the iZombie stuff. I read that, and it's really cool. I've also read his Star Trek Legion of Superheroes crossover, and I love the hell out of that. So I'm glad to see he's still getting work, even though after DC said it booted him out and told him he couldn't work there, and he said he quit, but then they said, oh no, we're firing him. So yeah, but it's nice to see him. I think if this is true, he might be staying at Dynamite now, which is cool. I'm glad he's still getting work, and this looks really cool. Now, the artist is not only the cover artist, but also the interior artist, Alex Ross. He's doing the cover and interior. Alex Ross does a lot of work at Dynamite. He is a major player there. Like, he does interior artwork, he does does cover artwork, all kinds of stuff for them. But here's my thing. Let me first say that Alex Ross is an amazing artist. There is no doubt about that. Some of his work is eye-opening. But here's my thing. And please don't take it the wrong way. Alex Ross doing interior artwork is distracting for me, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. I say that because his artwork is sometimes so detailed. I don't know how he does it sometimes. Like his work is so good that it's sometimes distracting from the rest of the story. Like it's hard to look at the story itself, reading the dialogue when you're taking in all that artwork on each page. That's what I mean. I'm not saying his artwork sucks or anything. It's just, it's distracting in the nicest. It's distracting in a good way because it's so detailed. It looks like it should belong. I really dig Alex Ross's work. It was kind of my thing with trying to get through Justice and Kingdom Come and his work on Marvels, which all of them great stories. Don't get me wrong, all of them great stories. It's just that Alex Ross artwork is just it's kind of like, ooh, look at all of it. I want to take it in. I'll be looking at a picture for almost 20 minutes before I'm like, oh yeah, I got to turn the page now. So I really like this. I don't know what's bringing them all together. I really want to know, and I figured Dynamite might do something like this. I figured they'd do something like this, but only with. I was thinking maybe they'd only do a crossover with maybe the Shadow and Spider, or the Shadow and the Green Hornet, or just the Green Hornet and Shadow, which I would have been fine with regardless. but tying them all together, and I'm a big fan of noir stuff. I love noir, period piece superheroes. So if I can, I'm gonna definitely pick this up in trade because, as you all know, it's hard for me to get comics as it is. So I'll collect it all in trade when it comes out, and I really want to know. Are you guys excited for this? Have you guys always wanted to see something like this? And yeah, are you hoping that it'll be good? You know, we're seeing all these guys work together for the first time. Well, technically in the Dynamite continuity, I don't know because all these characters have been under different comics before, and I don't know if they've met before. So yeah. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, you guys tell me what you think of Masks, which is coming soon.